In this video, we are going to be analysing Rite, ticker RAD. So to get straight into it, firstly we can see Rite is up over 20% as recording this, which is midday in market time. But what is interesting is none of this move happened pre-market. I mean, we opened basically where we closed, around 410, and ever since we have just really spiked nearly $1 since the open, which is quite crazy to see. It does look like momentum slowing a bit, but really an overall strong uptrend, at least in the intraday chart. So now to get onto the technical levels, what are we paying attention to as a resistance or support? And this 480 is actually going to be very key. So what you can see is actually kind of 478, and we'll make sure this level is exact because it's a smaller price stock. But this level is very key. So what you can see intraday, we came to this level, this way you kind of got a bit of a pullback, but we were able to break through. Now this statistical mean, we would want to see this as a support if we are going to continue higher. So usually when we look for that retest, yes, here we did kind of pull back and retest it, but what we usually like to see is a move away from it, as in what we've done now, and come back to then retest it as a support. So if we see this and then you still see it push up into a higher high, what this does show us is buyers are still in control. They've thought about it, they're still happy to buy it, and this would really give us good confidence that we will continue up, and then we would have a target of 580. So this is really going to be that key level, that 780, 478. If we can hold that, that is going to be the key to the upside. Obviously, it's always going to depend on the overall markets, because if you look at the overall market today, we have been very bullish. I mean, as soon as the US opened today, it flew, absolutely skyrocketed. 9:30, you can see literally this is where we open, and we just did not stop going. So this is one of the reasons why, and this is why you can see the Rite chart matches it so perfectly. It's because, like most stocks, they follow the index. So seeing Rite do the same kind of thing, it is moving up the trend. So when the market starts to pull back, we will probably see this on Rite. But again, this 478 is going to be key. If we can hold that, expect a continuation up, and if we went further, we got the 580, obviously, as we already stated, the 750. Also do note $7. Obviously, as this is such a low price stock, the key psychological levels are always going to be somewhat of strong resistances on Rite, and by that we mean the $5, the $6, the $7, the $8, really the whole dollars, and even the 50 cents. So the whole and half dollars are always going to be key levels. But yeah, the gap fill at $7. We then got the first deviation and psychological level at 750. That is our statistical mean on the 6-month chart, and right behind that at 770, we then have our first deviation on the daily. So this is really, and this is going to be a key area to watch if we start continuing up on Rite. $7 to $8 is going to be a key layer of resistance, because we just got so much resistance in there. But this can also be a good thing, because if we are able to break this, we come back to test that 775 as a support and we hold, and that is a good indication that Rite can push quite a long way to the upside. And what would be those further targets? And that would be 930. If we break that, we are then looking at 1060, $11, 1275, and final levels at 1350 and 1650. Now quickly as well, then just to go over supports, basically from where we gapped, or not even gapped, but where we moved from today, that is also our first deviation on the 6 month, and that's probably why you're starting to see this kind of move, because what you've been seeing is we came into this first deviation, we bounced off it as we would expect, we came down for that retest, but really, yes, we temporarily broke it, but not all by that much. And what you would see is we did have a divergence on the RSI, showing that the momentum to the downside was just getting weaker and weaker. And on these kind of stocks, that's when you see them get these big movements. So it's always key to watch, just so you can know for the next time on a different stock, or even Rite if it does the same scenario again. But yeah, if we come back to that 412, we even break below that. Then we're paying attention to 240, 185, and 70 cents in a final target. Really, I don't see Rite going to that really below that 412. I mean, we could break below it, but I don't really see us hitting these lower targets, such as the 230, the 185, and the 70 cents. And just if we do, from the investment standpoint at least, it will be something I will personally be buying. So as of right now, I don't actually currently own Rite on a trading perspective. I do actually hold some on the investment account, and I have been averaging in it as it falls. But if it does come down to 240, this is when on an investment side I would be getting in quite heavy. And off those levels, again, they would still provide some trading opportunities, but it would create some concern for the shorter term outlook if we continue to fall that low, because it is just showing investors are scared, and maybe even traders are scared of trading the stock. So do always be aware if we fall that low on Rite. So these are the key levels. Again, don't need to pay attention to all of them. Yes, we provide you a lot of these levels in the video, but really these are just in case you are looking at this video in a month's time, price movements move from where we are now, you can still have some targets, but all you ever need to pay attention to as of right now are the 2 levels you're closest to. So on the support side, you're paying attention to 478, to the resistance, you're paying attention to 585. That's all you need to pay attention to. You look at the test of them. Can they hold or can they break and hold? If so, the trade direction. If they can't, if you see it come into the level and start to fall off, and you just see selling pressure increase, then really that's a good indication to play against it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, why not drop a like and subscribe and check out one of these 2 analysis videos.